Welcome back, my little recusants, to another episode of Final Fantasy 13. We are now in trouble because the army has arrived. They've found us. We're just going to tidy up our paradigms and go running into our first battle. So, with these guys, they're all literally just Guardian Corps. Nothing too new to talk about, but Sazh's Blitz, very powerful. But what we need to get rid of first is the guys that are attacking. The Synergists are trouble, but they're not as much trouble as the DPS of the Gunners. So we just need to gun them down first. You see, they're usually weak to lightning, but now they're equipping themselves with Bar Thunder and everything, so yeah, realistically the best option is just slash and burn, medic when you're getting low, and just finish them off really quickly. We're not going to be showing all the fights this episode. An awful lot of them are overlaps, but we get decent enough CP, and we can get some potions as well from the soldiers. That's not too bad. Now, these Orion things, really messy, and I'm leaving this in, but it's just a really important message and disclaimer from your friendly recusant here. Do not do not underestimate the DPS of the minions, because I'm here like, okay, look, we've staggered the main guy, we've staggered the big boss. Let's just try and take him down and then we can deal with the small fry. But I did not take into account the absolute, power that they had in terms of DPS. And you see, this guy's stun locking, so we're getting stunned an awful lot. We're being slowed down, and this Orion thing does not pull its punches, So yeah, we're just about to drop with Sazh, and then Vanille's just getting absolutely peppered. We managed to just save her with a potion, and then she's down, and then I'm like, okay, we've beaten the Orion, and hopefully I can just Phoenix down. But no, they're an awful lot of damage, and I had to leave that in because when we go back and I go, okay, let's just deal with the small fry, let's just deal with the other guys, because then you're just on a 2v1 rather than, a 4v2. And watch this. This is even without a preemptive strike, gone. Almost instantaneously gone. So it's the definition of, I suppose, the Sentinel idea, is that we were just focusing on the Sentinel, that big Orion thing. It drew all our aggro, and then the damage of your Ravager and Commandos came with the Gunners, and they really messed us up. And so here I'm like, okay, let's not forget, we've upgraded Synergist. We have haste. This is a really powerful Synergist ability. Should be using it. Getting the bit of magic damage on our plane attacks. And when I get interrupted, see, Vigilance is important too. Vigilance might have saved us losing that attack. But Vanille has definitely, put on all the debuffs there. Really good. And this is where, even though the stagger isn't super high, we don't need it. We have the debuffs and the buffs to allow us just to melt through this HP really quickly. And this is where I like the retry option, because it literally goes to show it's all about what you prioritize and how you prioritize. Nothing changed in that combat. In fact, we were in a worse position that combat by not having a preemptive strike, and yet that was our winning combat because we just focused on the right things that needed to be focused on. We made sure we buffed up. Now, these little guys are really interesting. These are our slugs from the previous time with Lightning and Hope. These guys are, really powerful magically, and they give a lot of CP. So just watch this now when it comes to the end result here. Like, they don't take an awful long time to beat. They're really not that aggressive, and doesn't take very long to beat them. And then the CP is like 256. The only issue is they're trickier to respawn because we don't have an elevator to take us to a different map. But if you wanted, you could go back, save, quit the game, and then reload the game. That would be a way to make them spawn more regularly. But we have a new weapon for Sazh. So it's basically the synergist weapon, like what Hope got. So Hope got the defense maintenance, and now Sazh has augment maintenance, which is basically where all of the buffs that boost your party's attack, speed, elemental affinities, those last longer than any other buffs. So we can kind of expect Hope potentially to get other spells in his synergist arsenal, in his synergist repertoire, to allow him to do different things similar to Sazh. It might just be where Sazh get the offensive stuff first, and then Hope gets the offensive stuff later, when Sazh might get Protect and Shell a bit later. But their weapons really highlight what they're good for and what they should focus on. So really, Sazh, Hope, Vanille from ages back could be a really good combo, because you'll have Vanille debuffing, Hope giving protection, and Sazh giving offense. So they could kind of be the dynamic trio going forward. And again, just those guys give a really good amount of EXP, like 700 and something. Not a bad number at all for 1 or 2 fights. But what we need to start working on, and I won't for the next little while still, but eventually we're getting very close to a good grind spot for money to basically buy resources to allow us to upgrade our weapons to be a lot better. Because currently our accessories and our weapon levels are not great. Like, we're getting a good collection of accessories, but unless they're maxed out, we really don't have them the best they could be. So hopping in and hopping over quickly to go through our shops, we basically have to buy some sturdy bones. They're generally good. We need about 39 of them, so that's that to get to 3 times experience gain. And then we're able to actually sell our incentive chips for 2,500 a piece. So in a little while we are actually able to find mobs that do drop them regularly, so they're a really good money maker. And here we have Vanille's debuffing wand, so you get about 31, and then that's times 2, you need 39 really. So we're just going to throw some more organic materials in, just to have us have 3 times the experience. And now to find our superconductor, getting us to level 3. And like, this is what I'm saying, it's we need to be getting the money that we can just buy these materials in bulk, get to like 3 times the experience gain, and then get massive boosts. Like, we've literally doubled the magic stat from 20 to 41, like 23 to 41, nearly doubling it. And that in and of itself is like a max level magician mark. That's like nearly or a base level magician mark, but you know what I mean? Like, if you know what weapons you're going to be using and what characters you're going to use, then upgrading their stuff is really important. Now, we have a boss fight, and this boss inflicts poison. So when we unlocked that star pendant earlier, would have been a really good hint or indicator to equip that to Sazh and Vanille while they're fighting this one. But a real good start will be our Tide Turner, getting haste on our characters while Vanille attempts to debuff. Now, we are both poisoned, which isn't ideal. But if we can get Vanille on medic while our HP is still high enough, she will actually just start Asunaing the party pretty quickly. And now back to applying our debuffs and getting our buffs up. And you see, the Saboteur doesn't make the stagger gauge go down really slowly, so it's a real, actually handy stagger builder as well, if I'm honest, because you're well able to know that, oh well, yeah, the stagger isn't going to rush down, so I can actually take my time in applying all these buffs. And then here we are, I'm just like, yeah, let's just deal some damage while we're just trying to get, as you say, poison, deprotect, de-shell. And then once we have those, like ideally you would want deprotect, but beggars can't be choosers. Let's hop over to slash and burn. And as you can see, this monster like heals from debuffs very quickly. So you're going to want to be reapplying them very, very quickly, and that's where having the Belladonna wand on Vanille is really important, because while she can cast away all these different types of debuffs, unless they're landing, she will just continue to not like get the benefit out of them. You're getting the chain bonus gain, but like the real thing you want is those debuffs to land, take effect, and then have deprotect, have de-shell, have poison on. And now it is basically getting ready with its main gun, which is just a big attack. So you want to make sure you're not poisoned. You want to make sure that you have high HP, because as you're going to see now in a few seconds, Sazh literally gets his HP cut in half from near full. And now we're just trying to get poison back on, but like, get deprotect on, girl, come on. But yeah, straight down to half health. So then we're back to getting Sazh healed up. And you see, because we don't have deprotect, the game is reading, it has magic weaknesses, so we're going to have to attack with Ruin on commando instead of attacking, which is the real frustration. But watch, like the debuffs are just vanishing off this boss enemy. It just is really resistant, but we're at the stage now, it's all finished. And we have some intense cutscenes ahead, guys, so I'll chat to you when we get a moment.
Daddy, I found you.
Huh?
Daddy, got you.
Dodge, why are you here?
Because you promised.
But how did you get here? Dodge! Wait! Come back! Dodge! Not you. Not you, Dodge.
The capture of undesirables. It seems that was your son's focus. Dodge fulfilled it admirably and served Cocoon in the process. You should be proud of him. Mr. Catsroy. Dodge was a great help. He could sense power of pulse origin. That let us monitor you. Words can't express our gratitude. The data he provided on enemyless sea was invaluable. And speaking of gratitude, we enhanced the surveillance footage from the energy plant.
Come back?
Those are the pulseless sea behind what
We
happened.
got close to a cocoon fal'C.
The picture's a
Might
little
trigger
grainy,
something.
but I'm sure you recognize that
It's
one.
hopeless. I can't
You've
remember
spent so
any-
much time together.
Fang, let's go. What's our focus even matter?
What's it matter? You want to be a monster?
I just...
Keep your chin up. We know the part that matters. Right? We are enemies of Cocoon. Know what I say? Play the part and raise some hell. Might jumpstart our memories.
what?
The fal'C. Let's smash it.
Who are you? Huh? Daddy!
Vanille.
Yes, that young lady's terrorist assault at Uriday Gorge is the reason Dodge was made a l'Cie. Ironic, isn't it? The very girl you're protecting is the one who stole your son. Hold. Shall we finish the job? Or would you prefer to?
Colonel Labat, what now?
Follow them and observe. How often do l'Cie kill their own?
Yeah. It's all out in the open. Cat's out of the bag. Dodge is a crystal. Vanille's responsible. Vanille has been found out. He knows that it's Fang and Vanille's fault, that his son is now a crystal forever, that he's a l'Cie. And he's now in pursuit of revenge. So, again, these cutscenes are really intense. I don't want to talk over them. But all I will say is, there's no save point between here or there. So, don't lose this fight or you're going to have to do a double boss rush again.
Why did I even try to run? What was waiting wasn't something I could change.
You are cold-blooded. Lying so people would trust you. Using them as shields. How many you gotta drag down with you? A coward and a killer. The people you use don't get to live. Why should you? Tired of living with guilt? then die with it. Vanille.
My name is Herbe Vanille. I'm a lassie from Grand Pulse. And to everyone on Cocoon, evil. Shoot me for your son.
Don't you even! You think you die, and that's that? Hmm? You think you die and everything will be sugar and rainbows?
Then what can I do? What do you want from me? If I can't live or die, what do you want me to do?
Don't ask me. You figure it out.
I don't know.
Neither do I. It's over. There's nothing to do. Shooting you won't help. Neither will living. Do your worst, you freak!
It's not over.
Okay, fine. You want me? Come and get me!
Alright, Dolan fight starts the same as always with Doom. So let's Libra. And basically it's two things. It's enchanting your allies, so synergist. And it's also for amassing chain bonuses. It has an awful lot of resistances to various D-protects and stuff. But our main goal is just to keep ourselves healthy, give a few buffs like haste, and just try and keep that chain gauge high. One handy thing I didn't equip, but like it could be handy for you guys, equip a doctor's code, just so you can keep Vanille on the offense and keep the chain building together.
You can do it.
See, because it's weak to all the different elements, so it would be just good for Sazh to equip like a bar fire or a in fire, in frost, whatever the case may be. And he'd be well able to then do elemental damage, which would build the Gestalt meter even quicker. But even just having haste alone, the ability to chain is made so much easier with the haste status on Vanille and Sazh. And the major thing here is that if we get it to the different 100 numbers, the Gestalt meter flies up. But if I was looking at it again, my big thing would be, okay, you should probably have done more synergist buffing while Vanille was debuffing, realistically. But, I mean, our stats are good. We have Cura, we have Vanille with a good healing stat. And now it's just the case of going to dual casting and just knowing we're quick enough, we're not going to lose the stagger. And yeah, like once it gets to 200, you just see the Gestalt shoot up. So once we get it to around 300, it's going to shoot up massively again. And we're bulky enough. Like, at the end of the day, our stats aren't minimal. We're not under-leveled. So we can kind of just power through. But obviously, if you had fire-resistant accessories, those could be something to give to Vanille and Sazh. But this is going to be it for the episode. Another majorly upsetting cutscene coming forward. Yeah, so I will leave that cutscene to play. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope to see you for the next episode. Like and comment on what you thought of the story developments. And I will catch you with the next episode. Have a good one and enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.
A lot of things can be excused. Shooting kids ain't one.
Kindness like his, you don't forget.
Enough is enough.